All right. Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to tonight's stream. Good to see you guys in chat. Well, we are back from the Tampa World Premiere, also known as Tales of Floran. We played in the World Premiere, we played in the Calling, we played in the Battle Hardened. Overall, pretty fun. I do think Sealed has its issues, but that's all right. The draft format does seem to be probably much deeper than we initially thought, especially with the double lanes. So that will be an interesting format to look at. But today we're going to be looking at Hot Streak Dorinthea. This is the deck that I took to the show match. If you guys haven't watched the show match between Team Blue Pitch and TheCardGuyz, well, that's some good television there. We had 6 matches. We had some wonderful casters as well. My brother did production. Overall, I thought that went pretty well and got to showcase, all the new heroes and a couple of extras. So, yeah. All right. But before we get into the deck and play some games and all that, we're going to do something a little bit different today on the stream because traveling to Tampa, I got some snacks from Erica from Sweden. And then I also have a friend in Hong Kong who sent me a bunch of snacks from Hong Kong. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to try to incorporate this into the stream. So we have this box. I have not looked inside. It is somewhat hefty. So we're going to take a peek inside, and I guess after every game we'll kind of eat one and see how it goes. Maybe after every win. I don't know. I don't win that much on stream, so I don't know. So we have this package from Hong Kong filled with snacks from Hong Kong. Those of you that know a little bit about my background, I lived in Hong Kong for a very, very long time. So this is it's hard to say where's my home, whether it's in the US, whether it's in Hong Kong, but some snacks from home. And then we also got some snacks from Erica from Sweden. I purposely did not look at what this was. She kind of gave it to me in exchange for some bagel seasoning. So well, let's see what we got here. We got a bunch of different types of chocolate. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this. Marabou? So we got an Oreo one. We got a... I don't even know what the... Milk chocolate, I presume. I think this is also milk. This is the same one. Milk chocolate again. More Oreos. And then I don't know what this is. Dame? Is this some type of nut? Milk chocolate with Dame. I don't know. What do you guys think this is? I have no idea what this is. But okay, so we have a bunch of chocolate from Europe. So we're gonna be trying that. So that's all that here. Another thing that I got recently, but this is from the US. If you guys have Costco membership and you haven't gotten this Wagyu beef jerky, go do that. This is really, really good. It's a little pricey. It's like $15-20, but really, 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 really solid beef jerky. It's Snake River Farms American Wagyu beef jerky. Very, 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 very solid beef jerky. One of the signs that I'm getting older, and I'm definitely entering my midlife man stage of life, is that I'm like, when I see this, I'm like, I should get like a dehydrator and make my own beef jerky, and what's the saying? Every middle-aged guy gets into either cars or grilling or something like that when they turn 35, something like that. So yeah. Pronounced Marabou. A Dame bar is a Swedish chocolate bar made from crunchy almond, caramel-covered in milk chocolate. Thank you, Wikipedia/Captain Goat for that. Okay, let's take a look what's inside here while we let people kind of filter in before we play our games. Okay, so I have not opened this. I have no idea what's inside. Let's figure out what's inside here. Okay. Oh shit, things fell out. Okay, well, hold on. Oh. Okay, well, the first thing that fell out is a bunch of these. I don't know what this is. Konjac Shuang. What the hell is this? You know, I theoretically I should know what everything in this box is because I lived in Hong Kong for so long, but you know. Okay, so we have these. Looks like we got a bunch of those. We got like 5 of those, 6 of those, 7 of those. All right, we got 7 of those. We got, oh man. Is this Japan or Hong Kong? Well, we got the infamous green tea Kit Kats. If you are going to Osaka, make sure you pick up some Kit Kats. Japan has some really, really kick-ass Kit Kats. But okay, we got some green tea Kit Kats. This is always a crowd pleaser. Okay, I know what this one is. I've actually seen this one in stores. We got dried mangoes. Now, I know my friend doesn't like dried mangoes, but she knows that I like dried mangoes, so we have that. So this is a solid one. And of course, guys, we're going to be putting this into a tier list. Like, of course. The chart guys always do that. Okay, looks like we have a gold Kit Kat. Not exactly sure what this one is. This is like white chocolate, I'm guessing. That looks fun too. Aha. Okay. Okay, we have sliced sauté beef jerky. Now, sauté beef, goat. I really, really love sauté beef. Now, sauté beef is really about getting the right cut of beef plus the peanut sauce. But you get those two together, it's really good. Okay, I don't know what the heck this is. This will be interesting. We have some tough gummies. Apparently there are like 3 flavors of tough gummies, so that's what we'll do. Green tea Kit Kats are legit. I agree. Aha, this one this one says made in Singapore, and those are like some Japanese ones, but that's okay. Hong Kong could just represent Asia as a whole. We have the salted egg fish skin snacks. These are I've had these in like restaurants, like as a dish, but I don't, and I've sometimes had them as like snacks, but it's been a while, so this will be good. Aha. Now, I've seen these a lot, but I don't know. I don't know what these are. Like, I'm gonna sound so stupid, but this is called Haw Flakes. Now, I've seen these at the stores in Hong Kong, but I have no idea what they are. So, I think these are like mini red discs, but I'm not exactly sure what they are. So that we're gonna have to try that one. I've seen this more in mainland China than in Hong Kong, so. That's interesting. We got 2 of those. And, oh, okay, last thing in the box. Oh, okay, this one's a little bit different. We got fruit juice flavor pork jerky. Fruit juice flavor? Okay, I mean, we'll try it. Okay, so chat, what should we choose first if we, win a game or play a game? So let's vote. Are we team savory or team sweet? All right, we'll kind of go from there. If you guys are team savory or team sweet, let me know. All right, bunch of snacks. We will eat them between games. Thank you so much. You know who you are. All right. So we will put that over there, and of course we will also have some chocolate as well. So okay, so let's chit chat a little bit about the state of Warrior and how I see the meta going forward. Obviously, a lot of you guys that watch my streams are Warrior players, so I think that's what you guys are going to be interested in. So we've seen a trend, and this is something that Captive Goat is kind of talking about a little bit in the chat. We've seen a trend towards classes having more interaction. For example, Reinhardt got a new card. Well, Brute in general got a new card. Runeblade got several. Earth got several pieces of interaction. Wizards got interaction with the arsenal. And we've seen more and more and more over time. Classes that traditionally did not have interaction with the opponent, like Ninja and Mechanologist, slowly get them. And so, obviously, this leads us to, okay, where is Warrior's interaction with the opponent? Because we really don't have any, and we heavily rely on generic cards for our interaction sensor, CNC, weakest link, you know, some of the new ones, tongue-tied and all that. So that's kind of something that I've been seeing over time, is that, okay, there's more class-specific, powerful interaction cards, and Warrior hasn't really gotten any for a while. And that comes down to, like, design, right? Because if you give Warrior a very powerful piece of interaction, maybe something that forces cards from their hand, like Assassin does, or something that on hit does something to their arsenal, paired with how many attack reactions Warrior has, that could lead to some very, very scary design states that I think the devs are a little bit scared of. They've always mentioned, I remember they mentioned that Warrior was a class that was very easy to be very oppressive if they printed the wrong card. So all that to say, we got a single new card in the last set. We got Unsheathed. Now, Unsheathed is a very, very, very powerful card. I think it's going to see play in every single Warrior. And I guess let's start chit-chatting about that. So, Unsheathed in Dorinthea, assuming Dawnblade Dorinthea, actually I think is moderately powerful at the moment. The reason being is that +1 counters, I think, are going to be fairly easy to obtain. All 4 heroes that are the new heroes don't seem to block that much. And the ones that do block, the Earth heroes that do block, they aren't running like 9+ D reacts. So that should be pretty favorable. You should be able to get Dawnblade counters fairly easily. And once you have a Dawnblade counter, Unsheathed is amazing, right? The other style, Hot Streak Saber, we're going to talk about that in detail, but that just basically acts as better spoils of war. Because Hot Streak Saber Dory does not really care about the copper generation, so there's that. As for Kasai, obviously this slots right in. It's very, 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 very powerful. The issue is that Kasai in the current metagame does seem to be lacking damage and speed, which is a little bit of an issue in the current metagame. As for Bolton, there are several builds. I don't know if you're going to put it into the Raiden build, because it's a head jab, essentially, in Raiden. That's not a light card and not yellow. But I think if you're playing more of a combo style, or that heavy generic combo style Bolton, the one with Glint, Valiant Dynamos, Slice and Dice, you know, that style, Unsheathed makes a lot of sense. The one that basically says, I can play mid-range with you, and if I stumble into a combo, I just kill you. That style Bolton really loves that card. Finally, for Olympia, now I think Hatchet's Olympia is probably still stronger than Hot Streak Saber Olympia because the damage output is pretty important. Also, you're generally having a bigger token, so then you can pay for things like Spill Blood, which is very, very important. So I don't know if it's going to see play in Olympia. I don't even know if Olympia is going to see much play, to be honest. But there's a possibility that is something that we would see in Olympia. Okay. All right. Please give Warrior on hits. Now, we do have on hits. The issue is that they are positive on hits, right? If you don't block, I get something, but you could still do your thing. That's a recurring issue. I was talking with some of my teammates, and they're like, "Man, I've been like getting some really salty people on Teleshar," and I'm like, I've never had anybody complain about Warrior on Teleshar to me, other than like Route or, you know, a twitting blade that completely blows them out. But overall, people are like, "Oh, I'm playing against a Warrior? Okay." Like, most people are like, "Okay, that's cool. I'm not gonna get heavily disrupted. And they're not gonna steal games from me, so yeah, you know, there's nothing really to complain." Tepani has a good suggestion. If I lose, I'll have a sweet treat. If I win, I'll get a savory treat. Aha. If I lose, I can still win, and if I win, I can savor my victory. That's a big brain suggestion there. I like that. Yeah, they're scared of warriors being overpowered, but they designed bonds for their sister and didn't test Zen with bonds. I'm gonna throw hands. Oh boy. Yeah, Zen showed just how powerful bonds can be. I mean, Katsu already showed some strength, but being able to tutor for Descendant or bonds, it's crazy. That's actually something that we need to talk about as well. So we talked about Unsheathed, right? But there's another aspect that we need to talk about. We need to talk about the metagame. So the metagame actually had one of the biggest shifts, arguably, that we've ever had, right? We have not seen a metagame shakeup like this where we have 4 new heroes entering, plus we have a lot of like class cards for Wizard and Runeblade. So every existing Wizard and every existing Runeblade gets something. So Kano and Vincent, right? So it's like 6 heroes getting upgrades or it's something new. In addition, we saw like the great book burning of 2024. I don't know what we're going to call this event. We're going to call it the Great Book Burning, or I don't know. But seeing all of the bill effects, for those of you who played Pokemon, you know what I'm talking about. Seeing all of those cards go away in combination with like 4 new heroes, bunch of new Runeblade cards, bunch of new Wizard cards, creates a completely different metagame now. And I think a lot of people are like, well, what are we supposed to do? Especially considering we have ProQuest coming up like very soon. And in the middle of ProQuest, so week 1, week 2 will be a certain metagame. Week 3, the Dash.io Armory deck is gonna be available. So that changes everything as well, because I think Dash Mechnologists in general got some really, really solid cards there. People have been joking that that's basically the max IO Armory deck. So lots and lots and lots of uncertainty at the moment, and people are kind of like, well, where do we go? What do we do? I think, especially at the beginning, where decks are a little bit more uncertain. So Warrior as a class is very reactive because we play very mid-rangey and we adapt to what our opponents do. And our sideboards are also very adaptive to the metagame, right? So when we don't know what is going on in the metagame, I think that shifting the warrior decks to be more proactive is definitely the way to go. So that means, I know we're going to be playing and talking about Hot Streak Saber Dory today, but if there was a tournament tomorrow, I would be taking Dawnblade Dory to that tournament. With 3 copies of Unsheathed, very, very aggressively slanted deck. So the reason being is, in a metagame that's more uncertain, you want to be more proactive and attack the metagame. So Raiden, Bolton, aggro style Dawnblade Dory would be my 2 picks. As the metagame develops, we could see, the possibilities for other strategies to emerge. Depending on how the metagame looks, Combo Bolton could be okay. Hatchets Dory could be okay. Really, really depends, because there's a lot of the natural predator of warrior is Enigma, and that's really a big question mark at the moment, right? Because in theory, Rune Blades with their split damage and aggressive decks and decks that have unpreventable damage like Vincent, in theory should be very good against Enigma, right? And Enigma, Illusionist as a class generally has a cap on how many people will play it as well. Now, it also has a floor to how many people will play it as well. Because, as we know, like, people love their Illusionist waifus. So there's a lot of uncertainty, but in these uncertain times, I would play a more aggressive style. All right, let's catch up a little bit on chat. I've seen Earth Heroes on 9+ D reacts before. I don't know if the refined list will end up on them, but I think it's possible that happens. Yeah, they could be on Sync, Rootbound Carapace, Fate Foreseen. I think in general for Dawnblade, when they're on 9 D reacts, it's like, if it's on 0 to 3, it's easy. If it's 6, it's like annoying but manageable. As soon as it starts hitting 9+ D reacts, you got to be really, really... You have to be really, really good at your piloting. Also, you need to hit a couple of those with Emboldened Blade, which I think is actually a very important card right now. Hi, Josh. What's up, Mr. Kano himself? Personally, I'd like to see ways for warriors to gain tools for an aggressive meta, the same way Decimator is trying to fatigue. The same way Decimator is trying a fatigue strategy. Well, the most aggressive weapons that we have are Dawnblade and Raiden, so that's how that is at the moment. We are a very fair class. That is 100% right. Wizard is a fair class. I'm not so sure about that, Justin. Too fair of a class, yeah. I've played into Icelander too much to feel Wizard is ever fair. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think a single... Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Has there been a hero that has LL'd that you consider fair? That's actually a very good... I'm actually very, very interested in what you guys think. Has there been a hero that has reached Living Legend that you consider to be fair? Is there a hero that has reached Living Legend that you consider to be fair? Got Ice Wizard PTSD, yeah. I think a broader arsenal of attack reacts needs to happen to blur the possibility of cards warriors can play. So, several people have asked me, like, what is my suggestion in terms of, like, Josh, if you could make a warrior card, what would you make? Well, there are several ideas. I'll give you 2 of them. The first is a card that says, for 1 resource, it's a red, it blocks 3, it's an attack reaction. And it says +3, choose 1, +3, or go again. Reprise, choose both, right? So, no reprise, it's a pretty shitty card, right? You're paying 1 for go again, or you're paying 1 for +3. But If they give you Reprise, you get both of them. Also, you can tutor it with Singing Steelblade, which is pretty good. So something like that would be good. So cards that are dual mode attack reactions that get better with Reprise. The other suggestion I had, and this was after talking with Nixie a little bit, and he said, and we were like, Emboldened Blade, man. I mean, Emboldened Blade's not bad. But he was like, what if Emboldened Blade was an attack react? And I was like, okay, but then they'd just be able to play their D react in response, right? That's not going to work. He's like, okay, we just have to give it split second. So for those of you who played Magic the Gathering, split second says, while this is on the stack resolving, you can't add anything to it, right? So imagine if Emboldened Blade was a 0-cost attack react that said split second, and then it had all the Emboldened Blade text. So flip over their arsenal, if it's D-react, destroy it, and you get +1. That would be a pretty sweet card. So those are my two suggestions. If LSS is listening, create a modal attack react that has 2 modes. Reprise, you get both. And the other is to have attack reacts with split second on them that destroy D-reacts. That would be also pretty cool. Briar felt fair, in my opinion. Elsa was fair. Icelander was fair. Hypothermia was not fair, but Icelander was fair. Ira and Blitz. Sure, Ira and Blitz, yeah. I don't like dual swords because Tunic for just 2 more damage is bad. Hatchets is 1 for 3. Well, that's... So, I've noticed that I've been using Tunic more for attack reactions than for just hitting them again for 2 damage. I think the whole Hatchets versus Saber Hot Streak is actually a very, very interesting thing, and we'll talk about that in a second. I know people hate her, but I loved playing into Dromai, my favorite matchup for Warrior. Briar was fair after all her nerfs, yeah. Lexi was pretty fair, probably the most fair of all the heroes in the LL. Yeah, okay, so I'm seeing some Briar, some Icelander, some Lexi, sure. Would be great to have a +3 hard go again reaction. We could also use a non-attack action that lets us put a reaction off the top into our arsenal. That sounds a little bit like Helm of the Sharp Eye. +3 reaction for 0 draw card, sure. There's a lot of like effects that they could combine with a +3. You may attack an additional time with your weapon, draw a card, go again, and they could combine those and give Reprise. Allow you to choose 2 of them. Warrior instant yellow, Reprise, defending player discards a card. What? Oh, people would be complaining about that. And can't play D-Reacts on the chain link. Obviously, it'd have to have split second as well. Actually, no. As an instant, it wouldn't have to have split second. You would play that in the defense step. That's an interesting suggestion. But I think as soon as you give Warrior on hit that says on hit, discard a card, oh man, people gonna be upset. People already get upset whenever I go Dawn Blade, they block, and then I CNC, and they're like, wait a second. So... one cost plus a reaction, create a Spellbane Aegis token. That's actually something that has been really explored that much. We've seen Arcane Shelter effects in this set, but Spellbane Aegis tokens are uniquely Warrior. All right, let's pull up the list that we're going to be playing today. And let's go into... Oh, but before we do that, though. This quote up there. I think this is a very, 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 very important quote. So important that I'm going to put it up there. So people realize what Flesh and Blood as James White intended really means, right? Accruing incremental advantages by making correct decisions. So, all right, let's take a look at what deck we're going to be playing today. Okay. All right, so for those of you guys who haven't watched the show match, this is the deck that I took to the show match. I think there are several improvements that can be made, but overall, I think this deck is pretty good in terms of like final form. Like, I think this deck list is pretty close to what a Hot Streak Saber Dorinthea deck list will look like in the future. But by no means am I saying this is a good deck. I am saying that this deck list is almost solved. Okay? We have to be very, very distinct here. Okay? So as you can see, we have Hot Streak Saber. Now, I did hear a suggestion from somebody that, Josh, why don't you run double Hot Streak? I was like, that is actually something very, very interesting that we might experiment with a little bit. But I kind of like just having Centaurus Saber Hot Streak because this could get up to a break point very easily, and then you stick an Ironsong Pride counter on it, pushes over. And I thought, whether you push the Saber first or the Hot Streak first, there's a little bit of, thinking to do. The first change I would make, I noticed that I think this should be Braveforge Bracers. The reason being is whether or not you use Ironsong Versus tells your opponent a lot. And if you used it, they generally block and then deny the value from this. So by having Braveforge Bracers and you like lead with Hot Streak, it's like, okay, if you have an extra resource, is it going to be for an attack react? Is it going to be for Braveforge Bracers? So they don't really know. So they're heavily incentivized to block the first attack because you'll get value from the Braveforge Bracers. So I think the reason why I wanted to use Ironsong Versus is because it says sword, right? And I was like, okay, things that say sword, I try to play with them, right? Especially it has Dorinthea in the art as well, right? So you just have to do it, right? So yeah, okay. So the first, let's make a personal copy here. So let's change this. What day is it today? Like 17th. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do it like that. We'll make this one public so people can find it easier. Okay, so the first change, like I said, I'd make is I'd remove this. I'd add in the Braveforge Bracers. Okay. Other than that, the equipment, I think there could be an argument for running Balance of Justice, but I think it's really close. I don't foresee many decks drawing two. So yeah. This could be changed. But for now, I think we'll just keep Crown of Providence. Is Skullcap a possibility? Probably not, if I had to guess. But that's another thing to think about is that, okay, so Arcanite Skullcap with these wizards, maybe. It protects you against Mind Warp a little bit. So yeah. Let's see. I think part of the challenge is overrated attack reacts incentivize broader use of Fate and Sync, which LSS are eyeing as generally too powerful to begin with. I wouldn't be surprised if LSS just like banned all generic defense reactions. I would not be surprised. Like, eventually they're like, all right, you guys have your class 3 reacts. Use those. I mean, Sync Below is like at the point where like you just put it in. You have to have a very good reason to not start your deck list with 3x sync below. So, yeah. I always wanted a card that says on hit they can't use weapons, or weapons cost 1 more. Call it disarm. Yeah, that's a unique effect that Warrior doesn't have. That'd be pretty cool. I think Warriors have suffered as a class from D-Rex being too powerful. D-Rex are extremely powerful against all the Warriors because Dorinthea, that prevents your hero ability from triggering. Bolton, that prevents your hero ability from triggering. Kasai, that prevents your... Like, literally all the Warriors, their hero ability gets shut down by D-Rex, so... What is holding Jubil back from being viable into non-Kano Wizards? Well, for Dorinthea, you lose the snowball potential of Dawnblade. For Bolton, you don't want to pay for things as Bolton. In Kasai, it's a two-handed weapon. In Olympia, it could be okay, I think. This looks gross. You're talking about this deck list? I think this looks amazing. Who could that be? I don't know. Jubil preventing 1 doesn't mean anything. It's too little. And your swords produce no threat. Yeah. Dorinthea Quicksilver, is that you? Hey, if they printed adult Dorinthea Quicksilver, she'd be nuts. One day though. I think if you have Hot Streak Saber, you have to pick one sword to always swing first, or your opponent will read you. Now here's the thing: you can switch up the order for no reason just to see how they react differently. I think there's a lot of benefit to having different ones. A smart opponent will pick up on things, and you can abuse that. Got to poker face it up? Yeah, that's just a general thing. Whatever happened to Quicksilver Dagger? That just doesn't deal enough damage. If Quicksilver Dagger costs 0, maybe we're talking. But that's a very dangerous precedent to have a 0-cost weapon. Levi one trick here. We do not sink below. Yes. Fair, fair. I am firmly on team ban sync fate CSC Tunic. They make decks too similar. Well, they're generic for a reason, right? Could we run reprise cards in Bolton? Generally, you don't, because the only time they block Raiden is when there's a Lumina attached to it. So, and if the Lumina is online and you need an attack react, you just run Courageous Steel Hand. Okay, so let's chit-chat a little bit more about this deck list. So something you'll notice in terms of differences between this and Hatchets is that there are a lot more attack reacts in this deck than in the Hatchets deck. So we have Blade Flurry in the swing, same as Hatchets. But look at this. We have Iron Song Pride, Iron Song Response, Out for Blood, Singing Steelblade, and Rout. So when you add all those in, we basically have double the amount of attack reacts in this deck. Now, the reason why we have a higher amount of attack reacts is because Iron Song Pride is extremely strong, and we want to keep it around. Plus, some of these attack reacts synergize very well with Shift the Tide of Battle. And we often are not swinging 3 times, and we don't have cards like Spill Blood. So we often have a resource kind of just sitting around. So, you know, dumping that into Out for Blood, I think, is quite good. Also with Siggy Steelblade, we want to have targets. So, you know, we can grab Blade Flurry. We could grab in the swing. We could grab Response, Out for Blood, Route. Just depends on the situation, right? Run Through is basically Yellow Blade Runner, but it's a different name, which is important for things like Censor, Bonds of Agony, stuff like that. So So there's that. Hit and Run is a card that we aren't this is kind of a weird card because, like, ideally we want the go again from our weapon, not from like a card. But it feels wrong to not have Hit and Run in the deck, so yeah, so it's there. We already talked about all the attack reacts. Slice and Dice, this is another major difference between Sword and Hatchet dual wield decks. So this is 4 value on a stick. Of note, this does make some things into some breakpoints. For example, if you Centauri Saber and then Slice and Dice, that goes 3 or 4. We got a couple more go against. So these are all kind of the same card, right? Spoils of War, Take It on the Chin, Unsheathed. It's just giving go again. Shift the Tide of Battle. This is a card that I've come to really, really, really like in general. This pairs well with a lot of things in the deck. Especially if we have an Ironsong Pride counter. Shift is easy to turn on. Or if we are noticing that they're blocking the Centauri Saber a lot with attack actions, Shift the Tide of Battle also works there. I guess we need one of the major things that I think people are underappreciating is that in the very late game with hatchets, you still needed to keep 2 cards. With this deck and this style, if we get into late game against particular decks, we just need to keep 1 card. Because we swing Hot Streak and they have to block it. And for some decks, it's going to be an attack action card, and then we're going to get to swing this for free. So, or not for free. We're going to get go again for free, which allows us to swing the Centauri Saber, right? So there are situations at the very end of the game where Hatchets does not have this playline, but Saber Hot Streak does. All right, our blue base looks pretty standard. Emboldened Blade, I feel like, is a decent card in this metagame. I don't think there's a ton of D-Reacts, but the decks that do have D-Reacts, this could help to blow up 2 of them. Yep. So in terms of 2 blocks, we're trying to keep things kind of low. We have Take It on the Chin and Goblet, and then we have Ironsong Pride and Heart that doesn't block, Steelblade Shunt that's conditional block. So it's a fairly consistent deck in terms of defense because you're generally going to have 12 block in hand or at least 11. Sideboard, this is like very basic, but basically I put in some D-Reacts just for value. Oasis for Kano, maybe for a couple other decks, and then Snag because I think New is still very annoying. This also works well against, you know, CNC Pummel and stuff like that. And we got AB3. So yeah, other than changing the Braveforge Bracers, or sorry, the Ironsong Pride into Braveforge Bracers, I don't think there's a lot else to change. I think it's actually fairly solid. The ratios, you know, whether a card is a 3 of, a 2 of, or a 1 of, I think are... Yeah, based on my experience, I think this works pretty well. Could we run reprise? Okay, you already answered that. Okay, all right. Looks like chat hasn't really moved in the last couple minutes. Okay, so let's just take this out for some games, yeah. Let's see what we run into today. Right. Okay. We have a Verdance. Now, I'm not sure how much I'm supposed to respect their arcane damage. So I'm just gonna not. So let's just see how that goes. I think Oasis might be good against them though. So I guess I'll run this. Yeah, I haven't really practiced much CC yet with the new heroes, so let's see how this goes. Be a learning experience for us all. Yeah, we'll just run it like this. No AB against Verdance. Is that really correct? We'll find out. We'll find out. Okay. Gotta go fast, right? Yeah. We have to go real fast here. So I don't think we give them an opportunity to filter. I think we just pass our turn. Now, what do we put in the arsenal? I guess we probably put the take it up. The Oasis probably is better. All right, so we'll just pass. Got a waning moon. Huh. Okay. Interesting. Fruits to the forest. Gonna gain 2, sure. Okay. Should I put pressure on now? Probably not. All right. Pulsing Aether Life into Waning Moon. A bunch of unpreventable damage. Well, not exactly, but yeah. It's kind of annoying. So we have 2 sources of go again. We only have 3 resources is the issue. So I can't tell which side they're resolving. That's kind of weird. I presume they're going to gain life first, but... So we could Oasis this. We could take it on the chin. I think if we Oasis this, Arsenal this is fine. We could also just get the agility token and then hit here. Alternatively, we could just play this out. I actually think that this might be the best play here. Just set the hit and run into Arsenal. Wait for our tunic to be on 3. Okay, so we have guaranteed go again. So now the question is if, like... I think we push the hot streak first, just see how they react to this. And if they don't block this, you know, that's fine. The run-through makes the saber harder to defend anyways. Okay, so Rootbound Carapace, sure. Why have AB if you're fast enough? Well, I don't think we're particularly fast. I just don't think that's a winning strategy in general. Just joined on stream. What matchups would you say this build is targeting? It's a mid-range deck. So, you know, any fair matchup that doesn't really like to block much. That basically, if we can extract value from the Iron Song Pride, that'd be real good. Now, one thing is that I'm kind of hesitant to put cards in Arsenal because they have a lot of dumb stuff that blows up your arsenal. So okay, so this Verdance running some D-Reacts here, which is fine. All right, so we have a hit and run in Arsenal. Our tunic will be on 3, so we have the possibility of a larger turn next. Yeah, not sure what happened there. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're good now. All right, Channel Mount Heroic. What? What? Okay. Okay, so I guess we hit and run from Arsenal and then swing the saber. Alternatively, we could swing the hot streak and then if they... No? Yeah, if they block with an attack action, we can pump over it and then we can get a free second swing. So let's go with that. So we'll resolve the hit and run. And we'll swing the hot streak, pitching this. She does a lot of 1 damage increments. I feel like 1 AB is right if you feel you don't have quite the speed. Sure. Okay, crown being used. Sure. So here I'm going to use 1 Blade Flurry. Because I want this to hit, and if he has a D-React, I don't want to lose value. Because I can still basically get a second and third swing and value from this. So we'll pass priority here. See what they do. Okay, there's the D-React. Sure. So now... yeah, okay, so... So I think we hold this and we just go hit and run swing and see what they do. That means we're being a little bit inefficient with our tunic, but I think that's okay. We're gaining a value back from here, so. Okay, so let's go hit and run. And swing. And if they don't respect this enough, we're gonna get 2 hits without any issues. Okay, so I kind of want to hold on to this. Because they either have a D-React, and this is not going to go through. Or the issue is if this is like one of those 2-card plays that messes with my arsenal. That's kind of annoying. I think let's keep the Blade Flurry. That unlocks more, like, shift the title battle lines. Okay, so these are both non-attack, so the Saber didn't get pumped, but that's all right. We can swing again with the Saber at least. Poke him for 2. All right. And then let's arsenal this Blade Flurry. Now, so far, they haven't sent any physical damage at me. Now, I presume that they're going to send some physical damage. Okay, so it looks like we're up against a combo deck. Huh. Okay, so just healing potion pass. Sure. Okay. We could Tunic Iron Song Pride. Is that worth it? Or do we want to have the unpredictability of this? That's actually interesting. That's actually very interesting. I think we... I think we don't do it. Because we might need to play the Out for Blood. Because we have +5 here. So depending on how they block. Because this is probably a D-React. So let's go with... Let's go Spoils. Pitch this. Let's start with the Centauri Saber, see what they do. Now, the interesting thing about Iron Song Pride in dual wield is that if this hits, then I know this is going to stick around. So, all right, block for 6. We have 2 ways of dealing with this. We could Out for Blood, but then we'd have to Tunic for this and we'd waste a card. I think we go with the Blade Flurry. And we might Tunic for either one of these. We'll see. So if this hits, I know I could put Iron Song Pride. I could play Iron Song Pride and not lose it. That's interesting. Yeah. I think we just pass priority. Sure. Okay. So that hit. Okay, so now we can go again with the hot... Did they defend this with an attack action card? They did. So it's actually better to push the Saber. See, this is something that the hatchets can't do. Is you always have to go body, mind, body, or you have to alternate, right? At least for the first 2. Whereas here we could go Centauri Saber, kind of like we're playing Dory. So let's push the Centauri Saber forward again. It's going to remember that it was blocked by the attack action. It'll come in for 5. The combo needs the headpiece. Okay. Well, they have this at least. Okay, so here I think we push with the Pride. Because that will have Out for Blood next turn, which is a high chance we keep our counter. So let's Tunic. And then play Pride on the Saber for an extra damage. The headpiece needs... The combo needs the Plume of Evergreen, right? Okay, so we'll go Iron Song Pride, and we'll put that on the Saber, pump it to 7, we'll pass priority. Okay, and then we'll Arsenal this. Okay. Another healing potion played out, and they don't have a D-react, or they don't have an Arsenal right now, which is interesting. And we have Singing Steelblade, so very, 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 very likely we can... Now this is interesting because we don't have Go Again, so we need him to block. I think we Goblet, and then we swing this entire Saber. Pitch the Heart, obviously, so we gain a life. We really need him to block this. Okay, he did, which is very good. So now we have options with Singing Steelblade. We could go grab Route. That'll ensure this hits. Because this smells like a D-react, blocking exactly at the speed that they blocked. We could also go double Out for Blood, would be decent too. We need... Never mind, what am I talking about? We need a Go-Again source. So let's go get a Go-Again source. We can always just, you know, use the Out for Blood on this second sword. We don't have to... this doesn't have to hit, even though it's likely to hit. So we could grab Glint. I think I like the Blade Runner more, though. Shift the Tide of Battle. We already have an Agility token, so... Now, this is, you know, kind of weird. You almost never singing into Blade Runner, but I think that's correct here. So we'll Blade Runner. Give it Go Again. And then we'll pass priority. So let's see if this hits. So it did hit. So now... So if we push the Hot Streak forward, maybe he blocks the attack action, and then we get to swing with this for free. But this is more damage. So hard to say. I think with 3 cards, let's... I think this pushes more damage because we have a plus buff on it. Did he block the first attack with an attack action? He did not. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so if we push this forward and he blocks with an attack action, we get to swing this for free. If he doesn't, he takes a chunk of damage. This one represents 2 value if he blocks it, though. This represents 3 value. I think this one's better. It's close. It's close. This is actually what... This deck is so much more interesting than Hatchets because it's like... There's a lot of small decisions to be made. Like, it's very hard to predict how they're going to block without experience. That's something like Dawnblade Dory players, they have a lot of experience. They know when people are going to block. With this deck, I'm still learning, like, okay, are they going to block? Are they not going to block? Do I push this forward? Do I push this forward? So, lots of new brain connections happening right now. Okay, so that hit. Now, okay, the pitch deck, we have 1 Singing Steel Blade left. This is not an act. Yeah, so, okay, we'll just put the heart first then. All right, E-Strike for 5, draw a card. Okay, so first chance we're getting to block with this, so let's go do that. And this is not really needed, so we could just block with this as well. We have our Go Again source, we have our blue, we have attack reactions, we have double Go Again, actually. Oh, so good. Okay, so now we have to think, how do we get him to block our second attack so we get reprise? Okay, so let's... This is all... We're blocking with this card as well, but let's think about our turn. How do we get him to block our second attack? So I think actually this time I lead with the hot streak. And then Saber? I don't know. It's actually weird. It's very, very interesting. It's very, very interesting. Because we want reprise on this. That way we can play all these things out. Tunic's on 2. Huh. Okay. Very interesting. Okay, and he arsenaled the card he drew. This is a random card in Arsenal. Could be anything. We have Go again. We have 1 floating already. If we... Yeah, let's push the Saber first. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, blocking 3 on 3. I think we out for blood here. We get the value from it. Yeah, let's do that. This will also force a D-react, which means the in the swing is likely to hit. We pitch this, obviously. Now, Tunic is not there, so we don't Bracer yet. So we can Bracer on the 3rd swing if we get reprise and we don't want to Arsenal it. Okay, he blocked with CMH. Now we could swing with the Saber again. That's interesting. This would be for 4 or 5, so he'll double block this. Yeah. All right, let's go with this. I think he's likely to block this. This is actually a line I didn't even think of, right? Because it's like, I was thinking, okay, I go Saber, and then Hot Streak, or Hot Streak, then Saber. Now it's like, I could actually just go Saber, Saber. Very interesting. Okay, so let's glint, see what we draw. Drew a Slice and Dice. Now, Slice and Dice is very awkward to draw off glint because it wouldn't apply to the 2nd and 3rd swing. We'd lose 1 value. So I think we'll keep it. And then I guess we just if he 3 blocks the hot streak, then we'll lose a value. So let's just end the swing now. Just in case he blocks this. We lose 1 value. So we pump over to, and then we can come in with this. So you guys have noticed this has stuck around for like 3 turns now. And it's extremely hard to remove. This is something I noticed with Quicksilver. Okay, looks like they just gave up. Or maybe I'm playing too slowly. I don't know. Yeah, interesting. Okay, I guess they had enough of our attack reaction shenanigans. Yeah, this deck running 9 D-Reacts, Rootbound, Sync Fate, but yeah. Okay. Well, that's a win. So, we get to eat something from the candy box. What was it? Savory is for wins and sweet is for losses, right? So, let's find something in here to eat. All right, I guess we'll go with this one first. The salted egg fish skin, a Singaporean classic snack. But this came in the Hong Kong snack pack. All right, let's try this. So basically, this should be like crispy fish skin with some other flavors. So let's try it. Scared them. Savor victory. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. All right. So interesting. Now this is something I haven't seen in the US. They have like a little. Oh shit! I messed it up. It's like there was like a little pull tab here that I fucked up. All right. We're gonna use scissors. I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it, but whatever. All right. Okay. We have our salted egg fish skin now. All right, what did you guys think of that game? Pretty cool, right? The Sabres deck is very, very interesting because there's a lot of different play patterns. Okay, kind of looks like this. Ooh. All right. Very crispy. Kind of tastes like pork rinds if you had that in the UK or in the US. But yeah. Now this is kind of a heavy snack. Like this is not a snack you can eat a lot of because it's like very not oily, but it's like not something that you can eat a lot of. It's like deep fried and it's got a lot of pepper flavor and that egg yolk flavor that you get is not something you can have like a lot of at the same time. But it's very, very good. This is a really solid snack. Yeah. Really nice, really nice. Okay. We take it. We take it. All right, let's play some more games. Okay. All right. So, for those of you just joining us, this is the deck we're playing. It is Hot Streak Saber Dory. And this deck is you saw from just one game how much you have to think about different things. Like especially once you have an Iron Song Pride counter on your weapon, your efficiency is very similar to Hatchet's, but the amount of mind games that you can execute in this deck is so much higher. Because Centauri Saber and Hot Streak have text, whereas Hatchet's has text, but it doesn't really create any different decisions for your opponent. All right, let's play some games. All right, we got a Floran. Now, I think in general we want to go... That's interesting, actually. Huh. Do we want to go first or second? That's actually really interesting. If we go first and don't attack, that's probably best, right? Let's go first. I don't think Floran can really use their full hand. This is a stream viewer. I see this guy a lot in my stream games. All right, do we run AB against Floran? Now that's interesting. My rule of thumb against Briar was to not run AB. I'm just gonna not run AB. Screw it. Do we want to D-react against them? Not really, I think. Does Snag affect... Snag can affect a few of their cards, but not really. It can block for 2 or block for 4, which is okay. I think we'll just run it like this. Okay. This hand just passes. And do we want the run through or the unsheathed in the arsenal? I don't think they can mess with our arsenal this early, so it doesn't really matter. I guess technically putting the red in is probably better. So let's do that. All right. Standard equipment suite. Okay, so this is just Bramble Spark into Felling. Sure. I mean, we don't really need any of these cards. So the question is, do we use Unsheathed or run through? I think we use the run through because it costs 1. So I think we just block like this. And the nice thing is that we're going to get to gain our life back. Works against Reaping Blade. I think we push the hot streak forward because if they... I guess it doesn't really matter. Because without an attack reaction, pushing the hot streak forward first doesn't really do anything. Let's just go like this. Gain a life back to 40. Snag is good against Decompose. Yeah, it blocks 4 against Felling, and it blocks 2 against the other one. Okay, so we can run through. Now the issue here is that they don't have to respect this at all. Because I don't have Tunic up. Okay, they're going to take... Maybe they have a D-React? Yeah, they have a D-React, sure. Okay, still no decomposing though, so that's good. E-Strike, probably bottoming a card to just come for 7, yep. Okay, so we have Tunic on 3. So now we kind of want to attack several times. So I think we block with these 2, and we just come in with these. Now, if we don't hold back a card, we aren't bluffing, is the issue. So I think we need to... The ideal turn is just these 3 cards, but if we... I think we have to hold this just to pretend we have something. So yeah. Take 3 here, go to 37. This might be a D-React, we'll see. So I think we go Unsheathed into Centauri Saber, see what happens. And so now we're likely to get 3 swings off. Maybe not, but we'll see. Okay. So now we have a decision to make. It's actually interesting. I think we don't play this. I think we just hot streak, hope that he doesn't block it, run through, and then Tunic swing. This gets blown out hard by D-React, though. Real hard by D-React. I want to be Tunic efficient, so we'll just go with this. Screw it. See, here I had to predict that he was not going to block. Because if he blocks here, I lose all my value. Okay. So now we can... Tunic, swing. This deck... Oh, man. Just like Double, you have to predict whether your opponent's going to block or not. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, so and then we get to put a 0 cost into Arsenal again when our Tunic is off. So that's actually good. All right. All right. Arsenal this. Now, I kind of am a little bit... Okay, so now that he has 2 there, all his Plow Unders and Fellings are turned on now. Okay, so we have 1 source to go again. 2 sources to go again, but we don't have resources is the issue. So I think we have to unsheath... Maybe Unsheathed Hot Streak, actually. force him to block with an attack action, pump over it, and then we can attack with Hot Streak again, and then Saber, Arsenal the run through. Do we need 2 attack reacts? I don't think we do. I think we block just like this. Unsheathed Hot Streak. Is he gonna block Unsheathed Hot Streak, though? We need him to block Unsheathed Hot Streak is the issue. Well, we don't need him to. We can always use... Yeah. I think I'm overthinking that. Alright, take 7. I think he's likely to block this, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't, because he doesn't know what else is coming, and then he can't block efficiently if he doesn't start blocking this a little bit at least. This is very weird because it depends on the texture of his hand. If this hits, then we'll attack again with this. Oh, this is so interesting. Last game we went Saber, Saber, Hot Streak. This turn we might go Hot Streak, Saber. Huh. This deck is a combination of Dawnblade Dorinthea, like the mind games and the sequencing and the prediction of that, coupled with the efficiencies and, you know, when your tunic is up and like using your attack reacts perfectly from hatchets, and it's together. Oh man. Okay, so we're getting go again, which is really nice. So we want this to hit so we can swing again with it. We don't have, so again, we predicted. All right, so we go with Iron Song response here. Now the question is, do we use our second Iron Song response as well? Because we're gonna Arsenal the run through. So we do not need this, right? So let's just get the value from it. We lose 1 value if he has a Rootbound Carapace, but whatever. Okay, so this is gonna hit, which means we can attack again with it. With go again. See, this is something hatchets cannot do, guys. I would need extra sources of go again in order to make this play. Unsheathed gave it go again, but him blocking with attack actions caused the Hot Streak to gain go again for the whole turn. That's the difference. So now we're getting the Dorinthea ability, and we're getting that triple hit that we really, really like to see. Now, if this is some Arsenal hate, all this risk-taking was for nothing, but we'll see. All right, so we got a triple hit in. There's the Carapace, sure. So now he's got 5 Earth Curds now, sure. All right, so we'll Arsenal this. We know 1 card can't disrupt us, so there's that. Okay, this hand's real good. Now, this is another hand that once... So we have... I think the heuristic is, if we have an attack react, we probably should lead with Hot Streak. Assuming we don't have Pride on the board. So if we swing with Hot Streak, it's such an interesting situation, because it's like, if he does block it, I don't have to spend this. If he doesn't block it, I get 3 hits in. Very interesting. This deck is so much more fun than Hatchets. Holy shit. Okay. Okay, we swing with the Hot Streak, pitch the Glint. If he blocks with an attack action, we don't need to burn this. If he doesn't, then we do. And the thing is, our Tunic's not on 3, so it's a little bit awkward. Okay, he did not block it. Okay, so We'll run through. Okay. Here I'm leaning towards just going for 2 hits and Arsenal the hit and run. I hate Arsenal things though once they have threshold. So if I Blade Flurry, so hit and run, swing. I think we'll take the risk. We'll Arsenal something. I don't love it though. We'll just go for 2 hits here. So now we'll come in with this. It's actually there's so many micro decisions. Okay, so we're gonna get the in the swing in here as well, and then we can Arsenal the hit and run. Now something interesting is that this has been on the board the whole time, and I haven't really played around it. And look, okay. Speaking of that, okay. So I don't think this really matters. I think our Arsenal's gonna get attacked either way. I don't think it matters. I guess technically the hit and run's better when our Tunic's on 3. That's interesting. This is a choice discard. Okay. Sure. I have a feeling this is going to get disrupted anyway, so whatever. Okay, so we'll Arsenal this. Well, it's good that this is gone now. That's very annoying card. All right, so we're very, very likely to be able to get Dynamo and take it on the chin value here. All right, this card is really, really stupid, and I hate it. So hit and run will be gone, so we just have these. This card's been here for a while. Is this a D-react? Probably not. Probably not. He would have decomposed already if he could have, right? This is not an Earth card, interestingly enough. What? Yeah, he would have I hate this card so much. It's uninteractable Arsenal hate, really? So dumb. Oh, sorry, this is not that plow under. This is okay. This is also annoying. Less annoying actually. This is actually fine. This is actually much better. Okay, let's put the overpower on the bottom. Actually, I don't want him to see that I pitched an Emboldened Blade, so let's put this to the bottom. Okay, so we're gonna get our first go against source from this, our second go against source from this, and then this is gonna look exactly like Hatch's turn. Yep, take 7. Oh, nope, sorry. Take 5. Gotta remember to use that. Okay, so another interesting situation. I think we'll lead with this. I feel like interesting. I think I was supposed to use the swords in the other order. Because if this gets... If he blocks the 3 block, we lose a value. Yeah, if he blocks this for 6, we lose a value. Okay. Take 3. See, we're losing a value. Oh well. He didn't banish? What? That's weird. Shouldn't this be for 6? Guess he didn't do it. Alright, whatever. Is he stream siphoning me? I don't think he's stream siphoning me, but this is a guy I've played a lot on stream. Okay, so this will hit, unless he has another D-React. He does not. Could have bracered there, but I think he... Alright, he's at 19 now. My favorite thing about lunch breaks are the card guy streams. Well, that's good. It's always good content, right? Probably wants to save cards to activate another card. Yeah, that could definitely be it. Like, if you have another felling or a plow under, like, you don't want to be... Because there was no reason to bump that up because it was 5-on-5, right? So... Okay, so we'll end our turn. I don't know if this is going well or poorly for us. I cannot tell at the moment. All right, a bunch of oh god, these things. Oh god. Oh no. All right, here comes all the rude chants. All right, so what's our turn look like? Slice and dice, unsheathed, swing. Or no? Well, we're keeping this hand, but which one do we swing with first? Hot streak. Based on this guy's tendencies, I think swinging hot streak first is generally better. But I'm not 100% sure. Because basically we want to shift the second attack and we want it to hit. So, given that, maybe the other way is actually better. We want to shift the second attack, we want it to hit. So if we come in with this hot streak on this attack, yeah, okay, never mind. Going the other way is actually better. Okay. We're also getting into the point of the game where we probably should block with armor because he's gonna have a ton of rune chance. All right. Okay, so very interesting. If we saber, he's less likely to block it because if we push over, we get to swing again with it. There has to be a correct answer for which one to push forward first, but I'm still not seeing the clear answer to it. And that's actually very interesting because it's like, if I don't even know what I'm doing, how can my opponent read what I'm doing? All right, slice and dice. There's another line. We don't actually have to unsheath until later. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't even realize that was a play. We can rely on shifted... Oh, this card's so good. Oh, that's so interesting because we could do them in any order because this is an attack deck. Very interesting. Very interesting. No blocks. Shift the tide of battle. Okay, root bound, sure. That's actually one of the best cards he could have. Okay, so now he's committed to blocking my second attack. He might... this play, though... Okay, so this play is worse if he has a D-React. The other play is better if he does. Does not. No. This line is better if he didn't have a D-React. Because now everything's super face up. Whereas the other way, using the shift on the second attack, makes this... See, now I'm... Okay, so now I'm giving him information before I had to give him information, basically. So that's bad. That's bad. Okay, we're learning. We're learning. We're learning. Okay, unsheathed into this, though, is a ton of damage. That's 8 or 9. He can block it, though. And it's such a good block to use his armor. It's such a good block, I don't actually want to give it to him. Yeah, it's actually such a good block, I don't want to give it to him. It's 2 face up. This at least threatens that this is an attack react. Me having to think, though, gave him information on this. He should know this is not an attack react. I guess this technically could be, but very unlikely, or else it would have been very clear what to do with this hand. 11 rune chance. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of rune chance. This is bad. Slice, saber, shift, unsheathed, hot streak. That is a line. Interesting. Looks like he's going to burn his well-grounded here as well. We get an agility token if this hits. You gotta use this. Reaping Blade is such a good card in this meta. Yeah. Okay, looks like he's letting it hit. We get an agility token. Okay, we can arsenal this. This doesn't feel very safe. It's probably a plow under or something. Oh no, another tree. Okay, a stupid tree. All right, bunch of rune chants coming. Sure. Felling. So we're gonna have to get rid of our route, I think. Yeah. This is actually where I probably actually want to sink a card as well. Because we already have a source to go again. We have another source to go again. We actually want... we need to switch this card. Oh, sorry. We need to discard this to... Is it... No, it puts it on the bottom. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. Okay. Sure. We saw our pride too late. This deck might need 3. Okay, so we got to put a card on the bottom. So we'll put... I mean, we're going to sync these anyways. I guess it doesn't matter the order. Okay. Now we can block. And is this about the time where we should start blocking with our armor? I think we haven't seen any, like, on hits that we really need to block. I think we could wait a little bit longer. So we'll block like that. We'll put this to the bottom. Spoils is really not that good of a card. See if we could draw blue. No. What do we do here? So, I mean, we have... I think actually we could just... I think we have to hold on to this. Feels bad. We could sink that pride as well. That might be the better play. We haven't seen a lot of attack react, so we're likely to draw one. But sinking a pride away means we don't have that value train. Maybe we're supposed to sink the shift. If we draw blue, this hand becomes good. That's the issue. If we don't sink into a... I think we have to take a risk. We need to sink into a blue. If we sink this, is that better? If we sink this, we could draw a blue and attack. It's so hard to say. If we sink this and it's a red, we're in a lot of trouble. We're in a lot of trouble if we sink this and it's a red. I think we have to go for it. Oh god. That's bad. Okay, so at least we still have Tunic, so there's that, but this is not good. Not good. So I think what we have to do is Tunic swing, see what happens. Now, I think we're going to push the saber first here. Or maybe we push the hot streak first. It does not matter because we're not swinging 3 times with this hand. Ugh. Ripperoni. Yep. Heart of the cards, I tried. Yeah, you didn't like the risk taking? I think I had to take a risk there, unfortunately. It's close. It's really close. Okay, so... So yeah, I think we just say sure, and then we unsheath swing, and we just put the pride in the arsenal. Not the greatest, though. I think that's all his all his trees, though. Where's his plowenders? The issue is that we don't have Tunic up, so it's hard to get this out. We are behind right now, I think. We saw this too late. This deck probably needs 3 of these. The issue is that if you draw multiples, it's bad. It's very bad. Okay, sure. So I think he's just gonna swing his... Well, if he swings this, this doesn't trigger. Interesting. Interesting. Time to be sharp and steeled? What? Alright, we drew 2 Iron Song Prides. Okay. But now we have a resource shortage. What do we do here? So, I think we have the best case scenario is for him to block this with an attack action. But I don't... It's never going to happen. He still has armor. This hand's awkward. Hmm. This Runeblade deck has a lot of non-attack actions compared to, well, compared to Briar and Aurora. All right, let's Blade Runner, see what happens. So I think what we're gonna do is use Pride to play Pride, probably. Arsenal out for blood. Because we're getting into that situation where this is probably worth more than this. Maybe. All right, this should be for 5 or 6. Now, if we play Pride, it's very important that this hits. So our first attack did not hit. And then he's got this, which is essentially an Earth D-React. So, Very interesting. Very interesting. Got 161 people watching. That's pretty crazy. Welcome. I hope you guys are enjoying some Dory. Some hot Streak Saber Dory. Opponent's patience is commendable. Yes, I'm playing very slowly because there's actually a lot of lines to think about. But this guy is a viewer, so I think I think he's okay with me playing a little slower. Okay, so he blocked for 3. He could have another Earth D-React. The red Root Bounds. He has 2 red here, 2 yellow. So if we Pride and it's a D-React, we're really blown out. Like mega blown out. So I think here we actually just play out for blood pitch. That's also bad. Okay, time for another risk, basically. All right. We'll play this. Oh man. All right. Let's be greedy. Please no red Rootbound Carapace. Thank God. Okay. Okay. So now we can arsenal this. Okay. I anticipate a shit ton of damages coming though. There's the fucking plow under. Ah! Okay, so we could play this out, but we'd lose a card. You know, the game has not been long enough for me to enjoy Tunic. Maybe we're supposed to play Courage of Blade Hold. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, okay, that triggers... all these rune chants trigger, sure. Alright, I think we're just gonna lose this. I think. Our turn kind of sucks, though. So what else are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to... Forgot to play a card. Sure, that's fine. Just redo it. It's fine. Okay, so do we pitch a shunt to play this out? Maybe? I don't know. He still has armor as the issue. This is... So what does our turn look like if we... We can't use double... Oh, we drew both shunts at the same time. It's unlikely, but bad. So... Yeah, double Steelblade Shunt, really not good. We We drew our 2-ofs together, which is not likely to happen, but it can happen. Okay, so if we play the Pride out on what? On the Saber? I think we have to, right? We can't use these both at the same time next turn anyways. Okay, so let's just put this on the Saber. Now, okay, Spoils of War into this brings it to 5, which is a clean block. Putting this on this would bring this to 4 or 5, which would be 6 or 7, which is still a fairly easy block with this. We're going to get tempo, I guess, so it's fine. This would be so much better if we had Tunic up, though. Okay, so we don't need... So, do we keep the Slice and Dice to bluff? That's actually an interesting... Because if we just expose everything, this is exactly the Dawnblade problem. It's like too much information. We have to keep this just to bluff. We might actually put the Shunt in Arsenal. That would be acceptable, I think. We have one more... No, we have Shift the Tide of Battle still in our deck, right? So this is actually... Yeah. Okay, so we'll block like this. I think we'll put this in the arsenal, actually. Him seeing us pitch double Shunt, though, could be bad. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We're getting into the super dangerous area, though, is the issue. I think we just pitch this Shunt. I think that's what we have to do. We come in with the Saber first. This basically representing Blade Flurry, Iron Song versus... Not Iron Song versus, Iron Song response. Steel Blade is efficient now. Yeah, the info leak is rough. Yes, exactly. We have to keep a card in hand, or it's too obvious. This is really tough. We don't have AB, so we're dead if this game goes too long. Okay, that's fine. He's still going to have to give us a card here to block this. Or take one, really? We keep 2 counters if you... Okay. That means he doesn't have a D-React. He's sending damage at us. Ugh. Alright, we have Singing Steel Blade. We know we have Route left in our deck. Oh, boy. Oh, boy, boys. So we have to win on this turn. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, so there's an interesting interaction now, is that he wants to keep a blue so he can grasp into Reaping Blade. So he's going to have 3 cards left. I mean, obviously we're blocking with this, but let's plan our turn. So we pitch the hit and run, swing with the... We only have 1 source of go again. I think maybe we lead with the Hot Streak? No. No, we lead with the Saber. Okay, so we know he wants to keep a blue, grasp, and kill us. So he's going to have 3 cards left. So he has 19 health. We have 4, 6. We need this to hit. So we need this to hit really badly so we can attack again with it. We don't have Twinning Blade in our deck either. If we swing with this, we're likely to get reprised. We can singing into route doesn't really kill him is the issue. Oh, this is so complicated. This is so complicated. If I swing with Hot Streak first, less likely to block it. Swing with Saber first, more likely to block it. Let's go Saber first. Let's see what he does. Hot Streak Dorinthea. That's right. That's what you're watching right now. Okay, so that's bad. That's bad. That's not good. Fuck! I forgot to play Slice and Dice. Sorry. My bad. We have to play this. My bad. Okay. That 2 damage is probably going to matter. My bad. Saber must swing twice this turn to win. Exactly. But, I mean, we have Blade Runner and Singing, so this is like... There's no situation where this is not hitting twice. Or swinging twice. 1 root bound, 3, 4 root bounds. So he's got 2D reacts left is the issue. So now this is actually way more annoying now because it seems like he was blocking with the Warmongers, indicating he has a blue in hand, right? But Warmongers plus the Bark Skin does not cover up a Centaur Saber for 5, so... If he had Sigil of Suffering, I'd already be dead, dude. Do not swing Hot Streak first. Yes, I came to that conclusion as well. This has to be Saber into route on the Hot Streak, I think. The issue is that we need this to hit, and we want this to be the second attack, I think. Which is a weird position. Ooh. Okay. So we know his hand is Warmongers, a blue, Arcane Seed's Life, and Command and Conquer. So, like, this gets mega value this turn if he does this right. Why doesn't he just block with this plus the Warmongers? That's a block for 5. He says, thinking dead or alive turn. Yep. Singing into Blade Runner. We're going to singing into route, most likely. This is such a weird situation because... Oh, this is such a weird situation. Because if he doesn't block the second attack, we can't route, is the issue. And he's over-blocking this. Ugh. So, actually... I'm supposed to grab Glint here, I think. Because now he's going to be blocking 9. So it's never going to hit. But the issue is we need this to hit is the issue. So we can swing again with it. Man, he just has so many non-attack actions. Ugh. Oh, sorry. My bad. Okay. That's really bad. It made 2 embodiments? Wait, how did he have 1 already? What? Am I missing something? I asked him how he already had an embodiment. Did I miss something? Oh, his ability creates 2. Oh, that's very bad. Holy crap. Okay. So singing would bring this to 6. Route would bring this to 9 against 6. That's not good. That's really not good. Ugh. I think we lose here. Do we still have a take it on the chin? We do. We could draw take it on the chin next turn. Huh. I mean, we have to play this, so let's just play it. We need this to hit. It has to be route. Has to be route. Okay. Where are you, route? Here you are. Okay, we return the Warmongers, I guess? I don't... He has a blue in hand, so it's not like this matters. Does it? We return this because he could play this to gain a life if he desperately needed to, right? Okay. Goodbye, Warmongers. Okay, so this hits, but I don't think it's enough. We need to draw that, take it on the chin, or we lose. Oh, there'll actually be 2 arcane coming at me. I'm dead either way, that means. And here he just takes 8. Okay. Alright. Not too bad. Route could remove a block 5. Yes, it did. This is... Okay, one of the things I didn't realize is that he would never block with this early. So... I don't know if that would change anything, but it's like, okay, I know the timing he wants to block on his armor, basically. GG. Yeah. Even if I draw, take it on the chin, I still die. Okay. Grasp into Reaping Blade. Yep, GG. Alright. We tried. We tried. Good game, good game. Okay, so I actually think the game, like, was not long enough that Tunic really mattered. I think Courage of Bladehold might have been better, which is really interesting because... Or maybe even Grains might have been better. That's really, really interesting. I'm not sure. That's really, really, really unsure. This is a new territory for me. Okay. Well, we lost the game. So now we get, well, our reward is that we get to eat something sweet. So I guess we'll try this one. Ooh. For those of you guys who are joining late, we had some snack boxes and stuff arrive from around the world. So we'll try this one. From Sweden. Grains is love, grains is life. It could be Grains is just, yeah, good. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure if it should be Grains, Tunic, or Courage Bladehold. Hey Josh, I know this has been asked before, but any thoughts on Olympia in this upcoming format? I enjoy playing underdogs. I think this upcoming format seems particularly tough for him. So Olympia, you could try out like I think the strongest build is probably the Hatchets build, but you could try out the Saber Hot Streak build, or sorry, Saber. Yeah, I guess Saber Hot Streak build with Unsheathed might be okay. All right, let's see how much better European chocolate is than American chocolate. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Got a nice smell to it. I wonder if this is like one of those chocolates that's like better in you like chill it. Does anybody else like chill their chocolate? All right, we got 4 little squares here. Let's see how this is. Okay. Pretty good. It's got like little bits of caramel and almonds. I'm not exactly sure. It's good. It's very good. Why does Floran's ability work all the time, but Verdance's doesn't? I don't know. I mean, Reaping Blade shuts down Verdance kind of hard. Is this on Steam? No, this is Talishar. You can just Google Talishar Fab and you should be able to find the online program. Ban Tunic? That's a hot take. Tunic will never be hit by ban. You notice there's a the Majestics from the first 2 sets, like half of them are gone, the generic ones. What were the first 4 generic Majestics? WTR had Tomafendel and E-Strike. Tomafendel's gone. ARC had Command and Conquer Art of War. Art of War is gone. So never say never. Make Flesh and Blood less generic. I agree. I just want some Prism action. Nobody plays Prism anymore. I think Prism's still fine. The issue is that she like can't win certain matchups now. Like if you constantly get your angels popped, it's rough. A mukbang, kind of. We have this whole box of snacks that we'll work through on the next couple streams. Art of War restrict ban to 1. Restricting cards, I feel like, is something they're going to use in LL and not in CC. Just in general. Drone of Brutality. Oh boy, that's an old one. If you guys remember what Drone of Brutality does, you're an old school player. I just got Art of War before the ban, and I got a Tunic last week. Stop. Don't worry. I think your Tunic should be safe. So don't worry. All right, guys. I think we're gonna go play one more game. See if we can get out of here with a decent record. All right, for those of you joining us, this is the deck that we're playing. I wonder if this Iron Song Pride should be 3 of, but I'm not entirely sure. Let's try that. Let's take down this to 2 and let's up this to 3. I feel like this is such an important card. We saw this too late against the Florian. Like, the whole point is, okay, you only have 3 D-Reacts in your deck. 6 D-Reacts, maybe? Okay, we can really bully you with this type of card. So let's go like this. I really don't like Spoils of War. I kind of want to change this to in the swing and take it on the chin, maybe? This card is just not good. We really don't want to pay 1 as the issue. Let's change it. This card has always been the weakest card in the Hatchets build as well. Alright, take it on the chin. And we'll add it in the swing back. Alright, so we made a couple changes now. No more Spoils of War. For those of you wondering, I will post this in chat. Bring Ball Lightning back. Jesus. That's an old one. Ball Lightning. Oh boy. That caused too many judge calls. That card. They're not going to bring it back. Spoils is good in Kasai. Yeah, Kasai, but not Dory or Bolton or Olympia. It's okay in Dawnblade Dory because it's you can do things with Twinning Blade. Okay, let's take this out for one more spin. Ooh. Okay, we got a Aurora. That's cool. I think we're just gonna run very similar to Briar. We're just gonna say no AB. Screw it. Please beat me up. I need to know how hard I lose to this. I'll try my best. I think this is Matt McInnes. I'm pretty sure. So let's. Do they have like 0 for 4s that we care about? I feel like this might be better just to run some D-Reacts. It dilutes our deck slightly, but gives us more value. We're not really putting that much pressure on anyways, so I think we'll try it like this. I don't know if we're supposed to be running this many D-Reacts against them. Yeah, let's just try it. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay, we got a Starfall Grass. Okay, Lightning Greaves. Okay, so with Singing Steel Blade, there's some really stupid things you can do on turn 0. So watch this. You know, you guys know what's going to happen, right? He's going to block this with a card. It's going to get routed, and he's going to start the game at 34. Or he's... Okay, that's fine. Take 2. I don't care. Sigil of Suffering. Oh, no, that's the worst. Oh, no, that's so bad. We can't even route this back. Should we route this back? We'll take another damage. We'll go to 3, and then we'll go to 6. We'll deal 2 damage, but we'll take 2 damage. Eh. I guess we just push with the run through then. Yeah. Maybe he doesn't have a good blocking hand. This is very unlikely to deal damage, but that's okay. Yeah. think we just Arsenal the Fate Foreseen. Move on with life. So sad we couldn't get the route on turn 0, but it is what it is. We could have went for the glint into the route with the singing, but I don't think that's how to do it. Okay, so this is unfortunate. We start with no tempo and we're down a life. And he has a sigil. Ugh, okay. Fine. Okay, that's a very good start from him. Sigil is pretty good on turn 0. Okay, we have our Iron Song Pride early, which is good. Channel Lightning Valley, very strong card. So this is going to ping me for 1, and then ping me for 1. Sure. Okay, we're probably going to need to use our armor just to block this. If he has a Lightning Press, that'll be met with the Fate Foreseen, I guess. So this says the next time an attack hits. So this is extremely annoying. Now, Lightning Press doesn't work on this, so we're safe there. So with this hand, we're probably going to shift the tide of battle with Iron Song Pride with our weapons. That's our likely path. So he made a rune chant. Sure. Revealed a yellow. Sweet. So we could just block with just the singing. That's probably fine. And no matter what this next card is, we can deal with it with the Fate Foreseen, which is nice. Even if this is a 1 for 5, because we still have the boots. Okay, he's gonna make a embodiment. And sweet. Okay, sure. That's actually as good as it gets. Okay, so well, we don't have Tunic on 3, so it doesn't really matter which one we push forward. So let's push this forward. Very unlikely Aurora blocks, so yeah, it doesn't even really matter. Although, if they have a D-React, this could be very bad. Sigil's suffering real good. Like, he doesn't know I'm not Dawnblade, so if he has D-Reacts, he's probably playing with them. Alright, Crown, sure. Go ahead and sink something. So Arsenal's sunk to the bottom, sure. So now the Pride can be real good. We'll put it on this entire Saber. And then we'll shift the tide of battle. Get us an agility token if this hits. So if he has a D-React, he'll play it. Okay, it hits. That's great. We keep our counter and... See, I almost hit Hot Streak, but it's like, that's actually less damage. Let's just go. Let's just Saber. It's that muscle memory from playing Hatchets. But actually, it's like, hold on. No, this is more damage. Let's go this way. Sure. Okay, 5-card hand from our opponent with Channel Lightning Valley in play. This card's going to get a lot of damage. Sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong card. I was thinking about the specialization. This is actually this is the draw card one. Okay. Gonna play another Channel Lightning Valley. Okay. Oh god. Well, if he's relying on rune chants, I actually have the counter to it. So it's real sneaky here. I could actually block out everything if he tries to send arcane damage at me. And here we go. Okay. Is this gonna ping me for 1? Is this layer going to ping me for 1? Does this card ping when it resolves? So I have to take it on the chin here, right? Force him to use Grasp. Because he's going to draw 2 cards. Which is bad. Okay, so I took no damage from that. We got a second agility token, but I think that's fine. Now if he doesn't have a blue, he can't force these on hits. So this is 5 on hit, draw 2. Oh, I'm gonna take a ping anyways from this anyways. Did I take a damage from? Oh, I haven't taken a damage yet from this because it prevents it. Okay. What? Okay, I don't. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. The Gorga's gonna. Yeah, he could just. I don't know. I don't think actually that's it works how I want it to work. Okay, we're gonna have to block out this turn, I think. I think he's gonna draw either way from this. So, oh right, these ping at the end of okay when he gets go again. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, it still prevented some damage. Okay, that was a misplay. Boo. Okay, so these are real good. Holy shit. Okay, so our turn is just sending the sabers back. So do we need this Fate Foreseen now? Not really. It's actually impossible to stop without Arcane Barrier. Okay. Okay, if we had AB1, maybe we could stop it, but Warrior really hates running AB. This card's super good. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, he drew 2. Holy shit. His turn is nowhere near done. So what are we doing with our turn? We're just trying to swing 3 times. That's what we're doing. We're trying to bluff that we have an attack react. So we're just taking all the damage this turn. Man, what a beatdown. Holy crap. No fuse on this, so he's going to Arsenal this card, I guess. Wow. Okay, so he's going to... He pitched a lightning card, so he'll get to keep one of these around, which is pretty good. Wow, good turn. Good. Arc Lightning is a non-attack and specifies attack hit. Yes. Not the weapon, yeah. Okay, so we lead with the Centauri Saber. This looks like we have an attack react, so... I mean, we have shift, but we don't need to do it. Oh, he had a sigil at the... Oh my god! Oh my god, I'm telling you, I should run AB1. Okay. That's pretty good. Uh-oh. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, now oh, this is bad because now we can't give this go again. Ugh. Ugh, we wasted a card as well. Very bad. We're gonna lose this game very badly, guys. Oh no. He's gonna draw on my turn. It's so busted. Yeah. That's GG. Okay. Okay, well, you know, that'll happen once only. Run Arcane Barrier into Aurora, guys. Oh, man. Holy crap. Just drawing all the Strong Majestics together. Okay. We're already at 23 on turn 3. What the hell is going on? Okay, so this has go again for Arc Lightning. Drew a card. Okay. I mean, we just play Fate Foreseen, right? Huh? It's gonna play it before it hits? Oh, choose up to. So he chose 0. Oh, return them to their owner's hand when the chain link resolves. Okay, okay, I get it. Okay. Ah, okay, okay, okay. Interesting. Okay. I don't even know what we should be keeping anymore. Top is fine. If we sink the Singing Steel Blade, this is a decent hand. Okay, Lightning Press. Okay, time to sink the Singing Steel Blade. Okay, now we have a decent 3-card hand. Okay, Arc Lightning gonna ping me, sure. Entwine Lightning. Fused with Somersault. So it has go again. I mean, we kind of have to keep this hand, I think. I don't know what we can do to get back into this game. Like, this is just too much damage. Like, this deck is not going to outgrind an aggro deck this aggressive. I think we just take this. I mean, this hand is functional. Plus, there could be more coming, so. I think we'll probably use the boots on the next attack. Okay. So there could be something very devastating at the end is the issue. I don't know what this last card is, right? Hmm. If we have to give him a card, though, our turn falls apart. I think we just have to pray that we don't have to give him a card. My hand is snatched. Don't boots. Oh no. Okay. I mean, our hand sucks then if we don't have a. If we don't have Yeah, our hand actually does not function. We might just goblet pass. Is that the play? Maybe it is. Yeah, it might just be goblet pass. Which kind of sucks. At least it doesn't give him a chance to pig us. Okay. Okay, interesting. Huh. Okay, learning game. Learning game. Alright. Well, Arsenal, the slice of dice. This deck has a lot of damage. Holy crap. I don't see how we catch up here. I don't see how we fatigue them either. So it's like, what do we even do? I guess they have to draw a Runeblade hand, but I think Aurora doesn't draw Runeblade hands as much. Okay. Well, this is a lot of damage. I think we just block what we can. This is pretty oppressive damage. Yeah, I agree. This is a... I mean, I think this could have all been prevented if I had AB1. But the issue is that you look at, like, I guess it has to be the No Rune Hood? Probably? Oop. Okay, so they're going to somersault that back to hand. Sure. So they can play it again. This card says on defense is nuts value. On offense, it just becomes whatever you want it to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, we get a triple hit with this hand, so I think we just have to keep it. This deck's nuts. Okay, arsenal the card, sure. Alright, so we slice the dice because we can't slice the dice on the second and the third. Saber. Please don't ping us. Okay. Sure. So we get the damage in. So now we can actually go with Unsheathed again, or Centaur Saber again, which is interesting. And we have extra resources, so... So Saber into Hot Streak, and at least we put some damage into them. Make it look a little closer. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Oh no. Oh no. This card's so good. Oh my god. Alright, sure. He took 1 damage, dealt damage, and he gets to keep 4 cards. Oh my god. This is too good. Okay. Okay. I mean, lesson learned. Oh my god. Well, guys, we're gonna get to eat some chocolate after this game, so there's that. It's really hard to cleanly stop the draw. Yes, because you have to have enough you have to have a blue to AB1, and then you need like sync blows and stuff like that to stop it. It's really hard. This deck kind of is like kind of reminds me a little bit of Azalea. Like, it's really hard to get them to block. If they don't want to. Okay, Sigil of Lightning. Grasp, sure. Snatch. Oh no. Alright, so this is gonna draw him a card. Yep. And Snatch, gonna have go again. So block like that. This card's really good. This card's really, really good. Well, lightning cards seem very good if you don't have to block. And it seems like you don't have to block very much. This is a deck. Like, this type of warrior basically is like the best deck for you to just do whatever you want to do, right? Like, I'm never going to disrupt you. That's the issue. Okay, so 5. I mean, we have a hand that functions. I think we just block. We just play these. Interestingly enough, yeah. Well, I think we just take 2, move on to play. We're gonna die to grab. We might actually die to like Sigil. He has 3 reds. Okay, yeah. I don't think he has the yellows in the deck. Okay, we have to run AB1 against Aurora. We could disrespect Briar, but we can't disrespect Aurora. Fine. Okay, so we can brace her into Saber. See, I almost hit the hot streak, but that would be wrong. Alright. Let's see how we die. Sizzle seems pretty good. This is from the Aurora deck. Making an embodiment of lightning, sure. Okay. Revealed second strike, sure. So we definitely need to block this. So we can go here, here, and here. Let's crown sync the Iron Song response first. Okay, then we can sync And I think we just keep this hand. Because we could draw no block. That would be disastrous. So he has second strike in hand, so we're going to have to block that. So we're going to have to give our Tunic. I guess we don't have to, but... So he has second strike. So we don't want to give this +1, so... Alright. This is just for 3, right? He's probably going to arsenal it. He hasn't dealt damage to me this turn, right? Oh, he pinged me for 1. Okay. Sure. I mean, I think we're dead either way. Like, I don't think there's much point in playing. I think we'll Tunic and swing. Give him the chance to double yellow Sigil of Suffering. Uh-oh. Grasp, sure. Rune Chant. Alright, we'll take it on the chin. We have a no block, we're dead. He hasn't played a lightning card, but I presume he's going to play a lightning card. Or not? Oh, when this hits a hero, so this has to be lightning press for him, though. Yep. Okay, sure, we'll take it. Alright, I think we just swing twice with our stuff. It's unfortunate because we can't really use the... Yeah. Okay. And then... I presume we are dead next turn. We have no more ticket on the chins. Oh, we still have 1. We changed the deck list slightly. Okay. So... Learning. So we need Arcane Barrier, definitely, against Aurora. That's what we learned today, guys. This shunt's gonna get us killed. Ah, there's the lightning press. Weapon into any attack kills us, so... Weapon gets a card. Yep. And then we die to anything. Yep. GG. Well played. Okay, interesting game. Interesting game. Pretty cool deck. This deck looks pretty sweet. It's got a lot of aggression. We didn't get to see any Gone in a Flash shenanigans, but I think that would have been really cool. I think I'm scared of Dawnblade a lot. He's saying he didn't expect... He thought it was going to be Dawnblade. I told him, nah, we're just showing you guys some stuff through the stream. Okay. Alright, guys. Well, we lost, so you guys know what that means. That means it's more time for more chocolate. So, yeah. Shout out to Erica for giving me some chocolate from Sweden. Game apparently is a flavor. DAIM. It means like small bits of like almonds with like toffee and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. Dawnblade Spooky. Yeah. If Matt, if there was like a competitive event tomorrow, I would actually probably bring Dawnblade Dory because I think there's like a lot of decks that don't block right now. And if you can get your first Dawnblade counter without much resistance, I think the game goes pretty smoothly from there. Because eventually it gets to a point where the opponent just has to lay down their hand and pray. And that's where they can get punished by a lot of different things. So feels like Dawnblade would have been pretty fine because she didn't want to block. Yeah, exactly. IKEA chocolate. Oh, don't let Erica hear that. It's pretty good. How hard would it be to add a Dawnblade sideboard? So that actually exists. The Dawnblade Sabers hybrid deck does exist. That's a super advanced list, though. It's really... I think Nixie made one. And I was trying it out. It's really, really different. Good fun, though. Would you go to Milwaukee and test it for Worlds? Or you could go to Milwaukee and test it for Worlds. I could. I actually wanted to go to Lyon, but things just didn't line up, unfortunately. But yeah, it's okay. I got a couple weeks to test things for Worlds. So, but in general, I think theoretically, Dawnblade Dory could be in a decent position. Because I'm not seeing like the Earth decks running more than 9 D-Reacts. I'm not seeing the like Lightning decks running too many either. Dawnblade Dory does okay against most things. It's very weak against Victor and Enigma, which I think should get more popular. So I don't know. Josh, are you ready for a Dawnblade Marvel if it ever exists? That would be nice. I mean, they have the Rosetta Thorn, so why not? My thought, though, is that the Dawnblade probably has to LL for them to make a Marvel version of it. Because I don't think they made... I think if Briar didn't LL, they wouldn't have made a Rosetta Thorn Marvel yet. The Victor players mostly seem to be dooming about the current meta. Interesting. So their bad matchups are KO and what? KO and Kano? And Kasai? If I recall correctly? Right. Yeah, the Victor players complained about the heroes that start with K. Yeah, that was the joke. KO, Kasai, Kano. I hate seeing those. I mean, if Victor's not a big part of the meta, sure. Now, there's actually something very, very interesting because it's like, okay, we're at a point where we have 31, soon to be 32 heroes. Like, even if a deck is strong and popular with 32 heroes, that's not more than 15% probably, right? We're getting to a point where there's so many heroes in the game that, like, the meta share is going to be like 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, right? In theory. New? Yeah, New. Oh, yeah. New is very strong against Victor. Enigma's pretty bad if they run 10k. Yeah. Yeah, if Enigma's... So, on paper, Enigma should be good, but... I don't know. I think if they run across a deck like that Aurora deck, I think they just get run over, right? Split damage with aggro, like, how do you stop that? Like, your damage output is not as crazy as full power Zen, but it is close to there, and it's split damage. So that's tough. So I don't know. All right, guys. Well, thank you guys for joining me on tonight's stream. We will continue the tradition of eating savory snacks when we win, and sweet snacks when we lose. And eventually we will get through all of these. We'll try out all of these, and then we'll make a tier list, and it'll be good fun. If you guys have any other questions, you can leave them in chat. If not, I'm going to be getting out of here pretty soon. Now, I'll give you guys a sneak peek into something that might be coming soon. You see that over there? That is my VR headset. That is a MetaQuest 3. I was testing around, playing on Tabletop Simulator in VR. Playing Flesh and Blood, obviously. And that was pretty cool. So, if I could get that to work nicely with the stream, maybe we will have a VR Flesh and Blood stream. Which I think would be pretty cool. That's pretty novel, right? World's first VR stream. So that could be in the works soon. I do quite like VR. I play a lot of games on there. Yeah, future gaming. It was really cool. I was like, so I could like chuck the dice, I could flip the cards, I could like lean over and try to see what it's pretty cool. So I'll try to get that for next week because I think that'd be hilarious and really cool. I would need to get one of my teammates to play against me on TTS, but I think we could do that pretty easily. But I think that'd be real good fun. If we could do that, I will try to do that for next week. All right. I have a question for you, chat. What hero are you guys currently playing or testing in CC? Because I've heard a lot of things about Aurora. I've heard a lot of things about Floran. I've heard about, Verdance OTK. I've heard of like Cilio. I've some of the Kano players have told me that hey, Kano's not dead. Some have said it is dead. We've got Victor players dooming about things. I think KO's in a decent spot. Enigma, coming out to play. We have good old favorites like what's her face? Azalea. Yeah. Got Azalea, Bolton one trick. Domblade. Actually, asking my chat is actually kind of funny because a lot of you guys are warrior players. I don't think a lot of people are testing Bolton or Dory, but a lot of this chat is practicing those. Dash.io, yeah. I'll be frank, I think Dash.io is very busted. I have seen her do some absolutely ridiculous things, and the new item is really good. I was exclusively playing Katsu and then Zen. And you might pick up Dash.io. Makes sense. Tons of Verdance. Not sure if she's good or not, but very fun. Yeah, all the wizards seem a little bit different, which is pretty cool. We got like Kano, Verdance, and Ocilio all play very differently. So that's really cool. Dash.io spooky. Yeah, I think she might get a ban, but we'll see. I just wanted a single buff, not for her to be busted. Referring to Dash.io. Your player skill doesn't align with you getting winning an event on her, but people are gonna get points. Hey, you never know. You never know. this ProQuest season is actually going to be really interesting because it happens before Worlds, right? So we have like a whole ProQuest season and then Worlds. So it's like the ProQuest season is going to heavily dictate Worlds. Very interesting. Nebula Viscera is the future. Definitely could be. Dash.io could lead to an uptick in Victor since that's a really bad matchup. Yeah, Dash.io is actually very weak to a couple heroes in particular. And good old Dombledore does run circles around Dash.io. Yeah. There's a lot of uncertainty. I guess we'll find out. All right, guys, we've gone for about 3 hours. I think this is where we'll call it. I hope you guys enjoyed the 3 games from tonight's stream. If you want to try out that Sabres list, I'm going to post it in chat again as well. That deck list, like I said, I don't think it may not be the strongest deck list, but it is pretty close to a finalized, finished deck list. I don't know. Try it out, play it, see how that feels. I think that I think dual wield warrior needs a little bit more on hits, just to be frank. So, but it's good fun. All right. Just got here. Was great watching the show batch. Well, there's 3 more games for you to watch tonight. Good night, Lost Jow. Yeah, Loshua Jow. I'm going to be signing out here. All right. I'll see you guys later. Go play some Fab. Take care. Bye-bye.